Hi, so for my step one in art criticism, I will be looking at The Scream by Edvard Munch, and this is a picture of it since I don't have the actual painting. I'm sorry, it may not look that great, but it was made in 1893 on a 36 by 29-inch cardboard piece. It was made with tempera and casein, and it is on display at the National Museum in Oslo, Norway. So, as I was reading and observing the painting and researching, I found out that Edvard Munch made several different versions to experiment. I'm sorry, with different techniques. He has two pastel versions of this painting in Munch Museum, which is also in Oslo, Norway, and he also made a lithographic version, which I believe is at the same museum. So let's take a look again at the picture. And if you notice, in this picture here, in this picture here, in the corner here, this is two individuals. And there's also a third one here, as you may have seen, who's in a screaming position, almost like the Home Alone character that we all know and love, who screams. And if you take notice in the background that there's a sunset going on, which is the time that is taking place right now. And there is a huge lake in the background. And from what I learned, it is called a fjord. And there are several different parts of the earth that have fjords. The only difference is that from a typical lake is that it is much deeper. And if you notice here in the corner, it looks like there's a little town or a little village that's blurred out, and it may be hard to see. May be hard to see, but there's like, oh, those two lines right there show it looks like boats floating on the ocean. So when I was researching about this and reading, it is believed that this portrait is almost like an autobiography of Edvard Munch. He has a diary that was found, and historians read what he said, and he was basically describing an experience he had that he was on a bridge, like it shows in this picture, or portrait, I should say, with two of his friends, and the sun was going down. It didn't really describe what they were doing, but he just saw that his friends left him behind, and it was such a scary moment that he started screaming. I found out very fascinating to learn about that with the painting, and how he used that almost like an autobiography but with art. So I hoped you learned a little bit more about the scream like I did. All right, thank you for watching.